And Cahin Community Radio is underwritten in part by Randy Canny, attorney at law. He can be reached at 719-221-3766. And Cahin Community Radio is supported in part by the Highside Bar and Grill. Experience Salida's riverside dining on Highside spacious patio, heated deck, indoor dining room. The Highside Bar and Grill offers seasonal cocktails, a full menu, and daily rotating specials. They also have live music every weekend featuring local and visiting musicians. They're located at 300 West Sackett Avenue in Salida. For more information, their website is highsidesalida.com. And Cahin Community Radio is sponsored in part by the 146 Tap House, located at 146 West 1st Street in downtown Salida. The Tap House offers live music and DJ events, open mic on Wednesdays, karaoke on Thursdays, and introducing Club E146 from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. every Friday and Saturday. They offer 40 tap beers, wines, and ciders alongside with a full bar. For a full calendar, search the 146 Tap House on Facebook. And Cahin Community Radio is sponsored in part by High Country Bank. High Country Bank offers grants to organizations promoting community development and public education. They have locations in Salida, Buena Vista, Canyon City, and Longmont. High Country Bank, serving the Arkansas River Valley since 1886, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. And Cahin is supported in part by Hilltop Broadband. Hilltop Broadband for residential and business wireless internet service, serving Salida and Poncha Springs in Chaffee County, as well as areas in Fremont County, Custer County, and more. To experience the Hilltop difference and request new customer information, email info@hilltopbroadband.com or just call them 877-783-2889. Well, good morning, Salida. Welcome to the Riverflow Live. I am very excited to present Mr. Patsy O'Brien to the Hen House. You listeners, welcome Patsy to the Hen House. Yay, Patsy! And the crowd roars. Yay, man.
Well, thank you,
welcome,
Jim.
Patsy.
Oh, it's great to be here, Jim. Great to be here. Good to see you.
Man, the show last Sunday at Coldale was outstanding. A good crowd.
That was fun. Oh, yeah. That's a great room. It's just a special room, you know.
But you got a gig tonight at the Society Hall in Alamosa.
That's right.
7:30 tonight.
That's right. I'm very excited about that because I have not played the room before, but I've been in the room. And as soon as I walked into the room, I was up there with Don Richmond, who's showing me around, and I just walked into the room and I said, Don, I want to play here. I just want to play here because you could hear that room. You know, you could hear the echoes in there. It was just a beautiful room. So I'm looking forward to it. Really.
Don's a master musician.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Boy, unbelievable. I know, yeah. Killer.
Man, what else do I got to... Man, what was I going to... I had something I was going to ask you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you bought property up here.
I did.
Around Nathrop?
In Nathrop, yeah. So while I've been
It's
here...
not Chateau Chaparral, is it?
No, it's
okay.
not. No, it's
okay.
not
I have some
anything.
friends that live over in that edition. So.
It's not anything yet, to tell you the truth, but...
it's vacant land.
Yeah, so between shows, I've kind of been up there and taking care of things and putting things in line to get a well dug and all that kind of stuff. All the kind of grown-up stuff you have to do when you're building property, you know.
Grown-up's way overrated.
I know, right? But it happens one way or the other. And what are you going to do?
It's a trap. Don't fall for it. Remain young. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Just because you're growing older doesn't mean you have to grow up.
I know. Yeah, I'm doing it disgracefully. For sure.
That's the only way to do it. Disgracefully,
right?
Man, Patsy, would you like to play something for the audience?
I sure will. Let's see. I'm going to do a song from the new record. I guess that makes sense when you're on the radio to do that. And I'll do a song that was, I didn't write the lyrics. It was the lyrics are from a poem by a guy called Thomas McDonough, who lived in the early part of the 20th century back home. And he was a political activist, amongst other things, and a scholar. And he wrote a lot of poetry. And this is one all about the coming of spring. And I recently set it to music. And I hope Thomas would have liked it. I'll never know, but there you go. It's called At the End. that I sing should have told you an Easter story of a long sweet spring, with its gold and its feasts and its glory, of the moons then that carry green May to mellow September, long noons that ne'er tarry, life's hail and farewell to remember, and the haste of our years has rushed to the fall of our sorrow, to the waste of our tears, the hush and the pall of all our morrows. Rush to the fall of our sorrow, to the waste of our tears, the hush and the pall of all our morrows. The song that I sing should have told you an Easter story of a long sweet spring, with its gold and its feasts and its glory, with its gold and its feasts and its glory.
Song. I think he would approve.
I hope so. I hope so.
Yeah. Patsy, how did you get started in music?
Wow. Okay. The guitar was the gateway. You know, there was my older brother. He's 3 years older than me. At about 15 or so, when I was about, well, no, he was younger than that actually. He expressed an interest in learning the guitar. So my uncle had an old guitar. He brought it in, and my brother kind of plunked around in it for a bit, then lost interest after a few weeks, and the guitar was kind of left sitting in the corner. So I started picking it up, and once I started picking it up, I never let it down again, ever. And that just became my thing, you know. And so I ended up listening to and seeking out guitar music. First thing was like blues guitar, and from my neck of the woods, I'm from Cork in Ireland, and Rory Gallagher was the iconic blues player. So I just dove headlong into Rory Gallagher's stuff. And of course, the next step after that was finding out who influenced Rory Gallagher, which led me back into Son House and Muddy Waters and people like that, you know. So I got into the blues at a young age. And the rock and roll years, of course, like Led Zeppelin and all that kind of stuff. And so it was always a guitar-based kind of a thing for me, you know.
You answered all my questions. I was going to ask you.
Sorry.
Rory Gallagher, I got to see him back in the 70s.
Yeah.
What an incredible act.
Incredible performer, yeah. I saw him on... That was my first live show. I was 12 years old at Cork City Hall, and the only way my parents would let me go is if my brother, all of 15 years old, chaperoned me the same night. So that was New Year's Day 1984, I think it was, or something like that. But yeah, and I saw him about 6 times after that, and he always put on like a stellar, high energy show. You know, what a performer.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
And what great musical influences. You know, at that young of an age, and start picking up a guitar and following that music.
I know,
that speaks a lot. So.
Well, yeah, it was fun. And, you know, I just got into guitar-based music. And, you know, when you're at that age and you're heading into your teens and all that, then there was, like, the heavy metal bands at the time, like AC/DC and Rainbow and all those. So I just went headlong into that and sitting in front of the turntable and dropping the needle and learning the licks, you know, back and forth and all that kind of stuff, you know.
Were you listening just to Irish music back then? Was there more world music or American? I just call it American USA music or whatever. The Beatles or
the Beatles.
It's English, but
yeah. Well, you know,
Being in Ireland, did the Beatles suck or something?
No.
Did I say that on the radio? I could say suck, can I?
The Beatles played Dublin once in their early days. I read about that. But in my house, there wasn't a lot of Irish music growing up. My dad's record collection was pretty much Hank Williams and Johnny Cash. And my mom's records were ABBA and Elvis Presley, pretty much. And I loved them all. You know, I was a kid, so I mean, it just all went in. Like we said off air, they're like, I love all the music, you know. I like all the notes. I don't really care what order they come in, as they say. So I learned a lot of country, a lot of Elvis growing up. You know, learned a lot of those songs and that. You know, and then you know, you just grew up. I started hearing Irish music. You know, heading towards my 20s. You know, and it was around that time I started getting to know traditional Irish musicians, and that was just a whole other animal. You know what I mean? Just a whole other thing for a guitar player who thinks that he knows his way around the guitar. The thing to do is go and sit in a musical genre you've never played with before, and you realize how little you know. You know, and that was a huge learning curve for me, and a really good one, gotta say. You know.
Very good, man. Who was Mark? Do you remember who the Irish couple is that's coming back into town that come here every year? Boy, it's for some reason.
Wait a minute, 4 shillings short.
4 shilling. Thank
There
you.
you go.
My mind went blank.
You're welcome.
They're coming back pretty soon.
Really?
They're playing the Schoolhouse, I think.
Oh, they're great.
Yeah, I haven't seen them, but I just saw the flyer up for them for sure.
Well,
yeah.
she's a multi-instrumentalist.
Yeah.
And, I mean, he has every woodwind that you can imagine from Ireland from 1630.
Wow.
And then she plays like a sitar, so it's like it's a very entertaining show. So anyway,
Wow.
well, let's get back to Patsy O'Brien.
All right. You want me to do something here?
Yeah,
All
let's
right.
play some music. They don't want to hear me talk anymore.
Well, I don't know. I mean, you've got that radio voice, Jim, you know? I mean, I'm telling you.
Got a face made for radio.
Got to retune here. I'm thinking, well, what'll I do? Let's see. You got any requests, Jim?
Boy, I like everything you do.
Oh, stop it now. Come on.
You can play anything make me happy.
Well, let's do
Except death metal.
Yeah, except death metal. Yeah. Well, like I said, you know, if I could understand the lyrics, I could go there. You know, but let's do this one. This is kind of all right. Let's just do this. You know, let's keep the decision making to a minimum here and just jump in. This is one that when I recorded this on the record, I had the acoustic like what I'm about to play now, and I just kept hearing like a lot of drums and noisy guitar on there, like, you know, like, and I thought, well, I had to do it on the record, but when I play it live, of course, it's just me and a guitar, you know. Anyway, it's called The Man on the Moor. All your senses, it's where you see him. And all this time with the howling wild wind against him, that's where he's been. And he spends his time on the black hillside searching, or so they say. And in the dark of night, you can hear him cry. Takes rain and time for a fire to die. So hold my hand, keep the hard, dry land underneath me, where I'm safe and sure. And hold my heart, don't let it fall apart. Don't need another man on the moor. prayed every time for a fire to die. For a fire to die.
And another good one.
Like that one?
That's
Good.
I like that one.
Cool. You know, that's the one that I'm never sure what people think of that one. To tell you the truth,
Oh,
but
it's excellent.
good. I'm
And
glad
your
you like it.
vocals on it are really good.
As long as it gets the gym vote, man.
As if that's worth anything. Hey, I was looking at your song list and stuff. There's something it reached out to me. Moonlight on the Radio.
Moonlight on the Radio. That's an old one.
Yeah, like 20 years ago.
And you know, it's really funny.
We were kids back then.
It's really funny you should mention that because yesterday I was making out a set list for tonight's show, roughly. And that's a song I haven't played in forever. And I thought to myself, I think I'm going to do it up there.
You want to practice here?
Oh, boy. All right.
Put the pressure
all right.
on.
Yeah, no pressure, Jim. Awesome. Great. Thanks, man. All right. Yeah, so
I'll take the phone off the hood in case there's complaints.
I'm going to do this without the aid of a safety net, and we'll just kind of see what happens. All right.
Wing it. What should we say here at K? Just wing it.
Wing it. I can do that. Wing it, as they should, being a hen thing. You know that, right? Yeah. As long as I don't lay an egg on this one, we're good, right? All right. Moonlight on the Radio. Let's give it a shot. I called it a collision when she ran into me, and I'm still reeling. She cleared my indecision, said, "You're coming with me." I've got a feeling she's moonlight on the radio, singing to me. So strong, she's the heart of the rainbow, watching over me. I see her. Now somewhere on the northbound road I said, "You know, I think I have to go now. I think I'm leaving." And she said, "Well, yes, I know, you see, I understand an open road, but you just remember that I'm the moonlight on the radio, and I'm singing to you. You'll hear me, and I'm the heart of the rainbow, and I'm watching over you. You'll see me. You're always near me. Moonlight on the radio, you keep singing to me. I hear her. I'm always near her.
Really nice. Wow.
Thanks, Jim. That was
another good song.
That was mildly terrifying, but it worked out. I'm glad you brought it up, though, because it's really funny. It was just last night I was thinking about that song and haven't thought about it in years. So,
Glad I could help.
Yeah, absolutely. I got to practice it one more time. That's great.
We'll
Man.
do great tonight.
Yeah.
And guys, catch him tonight, Society Hall, 7:30 in Alamosa. Go to Society Hall's Facebook page and watch him.
Yeah.
I would be there if I could.
You can't be two places.
I'll be live streaming it later, though.
Cool.
We're not live streaming. I guess I'll be just watching
You'll be
it on
watching it,
Facebook
right? I think they are live streaming the show on their Facebook page, right?
Maybe I can replay it then.
Probably. That might stay up there for a while.
It's way above my skill level.
You know, we'll find out what we can find out, you know. That's all we can do.
I'm excited about you moving down here in a year or so.
Well, we don't. Yeah, I mean, a
couple
year,
years maybe.
maybe a year, maybe a couple of years. Who knows? But we're going to do everything to make it happen as soon as possible. You know, it's just a great community, and I think I mentioned to you before the show that every time I come through town, I notice like how much bluegrass and old-timey stuff there is going on here, and it's an area I really don't know anything about, but I'm dying to dive in and learn more about that.
Is bluegrass big in Ireland?
It is very popular. It's hugely popular. I don't know that there's a lot of bluegrass players, but there's a whole sort of, a lot of the Irish players are kind of are intermeshing with the bluegrass players and exploring the tunes. You know what I mean? So I think it's inevitable that there will be more bluegrass in Ireland. You know, Irish bluegrass players.
And hopefully more Irish music down here.
Yeah, that'd be great. Well, tonight you got Scottish music downtown, which is great. You know, and I'm going to get here and I'm going to play Irish music as well as everything else when I'm here. You know,
excellent.
That's the plan. Well, I might get out of here, Jim, at some point. What do you think?
Yep. You got time for one more song?
Sure. You want to put me on the spot again or anything?
Yeah, radio station. Since
No,
we're here.
I can't remember it. I cannot
I'm putting
remember.
you on the spot too much now.
Yeah.
You play whatever you want.
I don't even remember the first line, to tell you the truth. I'll tell you what. Let's do this one, another one from kind of a countryish song. You know, let's do something completely different. Why not? Here's one that I haven't even recorded. Why not? Let's just do that.
Let's do that. That's even better.
I wrote this.
You first heard this on Cahin.
That's right. I don't think anybody's heard this one before, so there you go. It's called Wishing Well, I think. I'm not the best in the world, baby, that just puts me with the rest of the world. No one ever told me that the heart of a girl, it's harder to hold on to than a falling star. But here you are. I never took the time to tell about when I was digging out that wishing well. Poured every penny in for you, and another one to wish that wishes could come true. Now it's a frozen heart, couldn't tell the difference in who we are. The friction fans a flame that keeps us warm at night, and casts a shadow long enough for us to hide. Baby, that right. Call. How well I remember it all. When I saw your star about to land, swore that I could catch it in my hand. It's a lonesome heart, runs for the horizon, chasing falling stars. But all this trouble, babe, it's mine and yours to keep. Or maybe I just dug that wishing well too deep. Maybe I just dug that wishing well too deep. Maybe I just dug that wishing well too deep.
nice, Patsy.
Thanks,
man.
Jim.
I like that
Does
song.
that pass muster? Okay,
Oh
because that's
gosh, man, that's great.
ask your listeners because you're the first ones ever to hear that. So
Man,
you know,
I'm privileged.
if
Man.
it gets a thumbs up, I'll record it.
You got the thumbs up,
All right.
and that's an excellent song.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming in.
Always a pleasure.
Man,
Always.
you're
a pleasure.
always welcome here. I can't wait to see you next time.
Oh,
Maybe
like
next
I said,
year.
yeah, you're going to get tired of me.
Oh,
Yeah,
no, I don't think so.
I'm going to pop in all the time.
Please do, and bring some coffee.
I should have got you a cup, right? You know.
Now, well, I'm caffeinated up enough.
I'm
They
over
won't ever
caffeinated.
shut me up if I get any drinking more. So, anyway,
All
man,
right.
thank you for coming in.
Yeah.
Hey, Hin listeners, I'm going to turn it back into the automated playlist. Big Bird, thank you for joining me. And next week, I don't have anyone scheduled for an interview, so I think I'll just probably yodel for you all for an hour. Or maybe I'll practice my death metal act
There you
or
go.
something.
Yeah, yeah.
Something like that. Anyway, you know the mantra, be kind, be grateful, make someone smile today. Listen to me next week. Bye, Slida.
Awesome job there, Jim.
What are we playing? With Tommy Emmanuel.
There you go.
Awesome. Another one done.
That was great, Jim.
Thank you.
Enjoyed the hell out of it. So what time does your show start?
8 o'clock in the morning. I get here at 7:30 and sanitize the station, set up everything, and get ready, and just watch the clock count down. And,
Wow.
you know,
That's a lot.
my show goes to 11, and I want. It was really hard for. I noticed the musicians coming in at 10 o'clock is real hard for them, and I can't really do it past 12 because they have all this
That's right.
automated stuff. So it's like I put an extra hour in just for
Yeah.
the musicians, and it worked out really well.
I
Had
think
an hour of live music, and then
Yeah. I think that first interview, I think I was here like at 9:30.